All right. Speak now or forever you hold your peace. Just kidding. We're freaking going in 5, 4 now. What's going on, gang?
Hey.
Oh, hey there.
Let's
It's us.
go.
Yes.
Welcome to the No Bards Allowed podcast, a Dungeons & Dragons TTRPG podcast hosted by a bunch of amateur entertainers and professional friends. I am your dungeon master this evening, whenever you happen to be listening, on your commute, B Felons, and with me are the lovely players of this adventure through Bordura. I'm going to throw it around to everyone to introduce themselves.
Hello, I'm Dart, and I'm playing Arthur Page Llewellyn.
Hi, I'm Shay, and I'm playing Oz.
Howdy, this is Bilbin, played by Fuse.
And I'm Will, and I'm playing Saren.
Welcome back, everybody, to another...
It's good to be back.
Thanks.
Glad we can make it.
Thanks for...
It's also good to be back.
Thanks for welcoming us.
I'm also happy to be back. Thanks for tuning in.
Look at us. Wow.
They can't.
Fuck. You're so right.
That's probably for the
So
best.
true, bestie.
So true.
Yeah,
We are so back.
Yeah, we're on episode 4. We're deep in the throes of Dublin on the continent of Bordura. Yeah, anyone have anything to say before we jump into playing some more D&D right now?
My hands hurt. My hands are hurting.
And you'll find out why now as I toss it over to Arthur Page Llewellyn to read a recap of what happened on last week's episode.
Well. Last we left off, I was cooking breakfast with Patrick for everyone at the inn when Omar burst in and told us that his boy had been taken by bandits in the middle of the bloom. Well, me and the fellas made our way back north and found a cute little lake where I found some tracks I hadn't seen the day before, and Sarah noticed some interesting things about the scorch marks as well. We followed those tracks, found ourselves in a gorgeous shrine to the goddess Mezaka. But before I could read that inscription on the statue down below, we heard some screaming and saw black smoke in the distance. Well, we rushed over and found Omar protecting his boys from these wild flying fire creatures, and we were able to stop them. Not before Bilbin and Omar went down, though, and I had some bad burns on my hand, worse than I've ever had cooking any steaks or other things that are high temperature. You know, I'm not going to list them right now, but now, looking down at these funny little mushrooms on the ground, I think they're moving.
And as we jump back into our game, Omar holding his son that Saren just saved from being down and injured, and looking at the carnage left, charred bodies by a burning campfire, and these magma beasts having been quelled and absorbed into this ground, Bilbin back up, but many of our travelers, as I'll call them at this point, injured and looking a little worse for wear. What is everyone doing as we come to? We're in a open space, not so dissimilar from the shrine to Mezaka that you stood in not too far from here, but this moving white mushroom in a mycelium network over the ground, absorbing, and these old cottages, some looking like they've held up to time, and some looking like they've been left to crumble as time has passed in this space. What's everyone doing?
I'm definitely immediately interested in these shrooms.
Also, Bilbin is... I was going to mention the same.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's not really context to bring this up, but, you know, with my dad being an herbalist, I think my question would be, have I ever seen anything like this before?
I'm going to say roll a history check.
Cool. That's a 7. We're back, baby.
Hey.
I don't think that you have ever seen anything quite like this before, but I do think that in the last while you've spent many days alone and have looked for things to remind you of a comfortable time of your family. Something about this space feels homey, even if the network of mycelium and mushrooms on the ground doesn't look quite familiar to you in this moment.
Seeing Saren also have an interest in these mushrooms. So Bilbin right now is like, he's past being on the fence of like, oh, do I trust Saren or not? He definitely is on his side because we seem to be going for the same outcome. However, he's still skeptical about like his whole shadiness behind the flame circles and everything. But this point where both Saren and Bilbin go up to the mycelium shrooms to pique interest, it kind of like I guess makes him a little bit more related to Saren at this moment, because Bilbin is interested in the mushrooms because he just saw them heal the scorched earth. So now Bilbin's brain is turning, thinking, oh, is this a way to cure wildfires, out in the wild or something? So thinking that, Bilbin kneels down, still pretty beat up from that fight, because boy, did he get splattered upon by these magma muffets.
Got dripped on.
Muffets.
Boy.
Yeah, these muppets, these magma muppets. And cuts out.
Before your blade can come into contact with these mushrooms on the ground,
I need a dex saving throw.
I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, fuck me.
Oh,
Cool.
that's terrible for
My
me.
gosh, bro.
Dirty 20.
Dirty nat 1.
6 for Oz.
6 for Oz. How did Arthur do on?
Use Tides of Chaos to gain advantage on this.
Sure. Or you can elect to fail.
Crazy.
That was a 12 now. Does that succeed?
The DC on this was 20.
Oh,
Whoa. Well,
And in this moment, feel like the mushroom moves out of your hand, but then Bilbin, you notice that it's actually your hand can't stop moving. You start to kind of shake it. And then after that, your knee starts to bob a little bit, and everyone but Saren, in fact, starts to move. First your feet, then your hips, then your whole body, until Omar and Bilbin and Arthur and Oz and Reynard are all standing in a circle, unable to fight the urge to move their bodies and dance around.
What is this?
all right. Just lean into it, Bilbin.
I don't like to dance. I don't know what's happening.
This isn't the first time mushrooms have made me dance, and it won't be the last.
I don't know what that means exactly,
Am I?
Arthur, but I don't think I want those mushrooms or these.
It's fun to dance. Nothing bad's going on.
To be
I
clear,
think.
did Tabitha save?
Yeah, that's what Tabitha.
Is Tabitha immune?
Tabitha on top of Arthur's head, coming out of invisibility, you see Tabitha, having somehow found a pair of acorns from a tree, is like doing like castanets and like and she's snickering.
Tabitha looking good, I think.
And Tabitha's like twirling around, doing a dance on top of Arthur's head. Yeah, after a little bit, the dancing, after a moment or two, depending on, some of you might get out of the effects of that spell sooner, but you all eventually stop. Omar says, "Oh, that was what happened."
Why are you stopping?
Omar, I thought you could dance better than that. I've seen you dance better than that.
Yeah, well, my Tressa makes. I don't like to dance unless my wife makes me dance.
What?
I was surprised, Oz, that you don't get up and dance very often these days. You've been trapped away a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. Why am I giggling so much?
I don't know. I do feel a little bit better. Bilbin, what did you call that move?
The Milwaukee.
We don't know what that could have been. The mushrooms. That could have been somebody watching us. It's definitely magic. So let's take a minute, figure out what's going on here.
Felt like magic.
Arthur, I said I didn't like that while we were doing it, but I agree with you. I did kind of.
It was
enjoy
pretty
that.
fun, right?
Yeah, it was good.
I felt like I let off some steam.
Yeah, this is Reynard. I'm proud of you, son. You busted a move there. Thanks, Dad. I feel pretty crappy, honestly, but that made me feel a little better.
All's well that ends well, I guess.
Yeah. Feel free to make an Arcana.
Yeah.
Are
Definitely.
the mushrooms still moving around?
They weren't they kind of stopped moving after they covered up the flames, and then they like moved when they went to roll with advantage if you need to as well.
Nat 20.
Nat
baby.
20?
Nat 20.
You would know your father to cast playful wards on things and areas that you would want protected. In this moment, you sense that this spell, whatever it may be, is not something from the mushrooms in particular, but a ward placed upon these mushrooms to protect people from disturbing this resting place, knowing that they could potentially preserve this space through time.
Saren, you're about the only one that isn't dancing. What's going on here?
It's just a little bit of protective magic. It's more of a warning than anything.
How do we stop?
Can I think I would immediately, with that in mind, with the thought specifically of preserving, I think I would be looking towards, you said there's like one cabin that's like still like looks untouched.
Yeah, so there's a cabin to y'all are kind of in the center of the space. You're in front of, it looks like the cabin that you were in front of was probably in relatively good repair up until
it was on fire.
It's kind of like the roof was set on fire and it just caved in on itself. And then there's another cottage that you ran past on the like far left back towards where you came in that's relatively undisturbed. Arthur, you want to go back down for round 2?
Yeah, after dancing my little heart out, I'm gonna dance a little more, and then I'll just kind of lean down and be like, "Oh,
Give me
come here, little guy."
You can do it either an Arcana or a Religion check for me.
Can I do nature?
Yeah, you can.
Cool. What are you? How's a 4?
Can everyone make another Wisdom saving throw for me?
How's a 15?
Only 17 that time.
17 as well.
Everyone dances again.
3.
Tabitha will start like hitting the acorns on my cast iron pan as I'm just like dancing. It's not what I was trying to do, but I'm not mad about it.
Well, I'm starting to like this too, Arthur.
Maybe we should leave these mushrooms alone after this, though. I don't know.
I was just trying to see if they would taste good.
Yeah, do the mushrooms like
I'm so tired.
extend like they're kind of all over the ground here? Do they extend like onto the buildings?
So-
Like where's the
There are mushrooms, and then mycelium is almost like it's like almost like an above ground like system of like roots connecting everything. So some of them extend to like the edges of the building, but they don't. With a natural 20 looking into it, you think that the ground is protected in this space, but not necessarily. There's a reason why the fire burned through the roof. You know, there's a reason why that cottage didn't stand up as well to the ground below. So
you're saying I'm perceiving this as like it's the earth here, not specifically this mycelium network?
it's a little bit of everything. The mycelium is a part of it, but the mycelium, you noticed, only started as soon as you entered this space. So like the mycelium is with the earth.
Got it. Okay.
So yes,
Yeah.
it is about you're gleaning that it's about the nature on the ground and less about the cottages themselves.
On the second time that Bilbin is now in dance, he feels the sensation fill him from his head to his toes as he uses divine sense to check if there's anything strange or awry within 60 feet of him.
Sure. Remind me again what are all the things divine sense?
Yeah, you can detect good and evil. Until the end of your next turn, you can sense anything affected by the hollow spell, or know the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
You detect no creature, but you do sense an overall sense of good coming from your divine sense.
Just checking. Mm-hmm. Everyone, I feel that these here cordyceps are friends. They're not foes. Even though they're kind of controlling us right now, they are overtly friendly.
You did go at it with a knife.
Well, it was more so chopping it up to save it for later,
Sure.
like leftovers. I know you know a thing or two about that there, Arthur.
I'm just dancing over here.
I'm also like doing the like worm through the arm thing.
As Omar is also still moving. His dancing gets worse as the spell fades. Like you can tell, it seems like maybe the spell is giving him a little bit better moves, and as he continues to dance, it gets a little more clunky as the effects fade. As that happens, you're going to check on one of the cabins, Saren. Is that one of the cottages?
I think the one that's untouched. I think it's a little weird because I know like these bandits were here, but I think I would go up and knock on the door.
Okay.
I kind of like shuffle my way over there
Sure.
as I'm.
Yeah. You dance across the fungus on the ground and you walk up and knock on this door, and no one answers. Stand there for a moment and there's no answer.
Are there any windows? Kind of like peek inside.
Yeah.
What do I see?
You see it's 2 twin beds side by side, with a little nightstand in the middle, and there is a little table with 2 chairs towards the front of the door. You see little vials with what look like herbs, spices, things of that sort sitting on the table. They look, dried out to all hell, and who knows? From out here, it's hard to tell. You see a little like inkwell with a quill sitting on it, but no papers or anything like that. There's some melted candles sitting out in the room, but nothing, no smoke, nothing, at least from out here that you can tell that looks fresh or anything like that.
I think I would turn back to the group and be like, doesn't seem like anyone's been here for a while. Like anyone's lived here for a while, I should say.
Do you know what this is, Omar?
When I was younger, there were herbalists that would come into town and sell goods sometimes, sell remedies and things of that nature. They would come in, but it's been years since we've seen anything from them. We knew they always said that they lived north and were always very discreet from what my parents knew, but it sounds like the small cottages that I always assumed. There were never many of them.
Reynard, why are you here? Why did they take you here?
I don't know. I was just out last night at the Bloom, and all of a sudden somebody grabbed me and they covered my eyes and tied my wrists, and then I felt like I was flying.
You got anything else? You got the way they sounded, maybe the way their footsteps worked on the ground. Was it more that, or was it?
I felt like I got grabbed, and I felt the wind rushing across my face, and we must have been flying. I don't know how I got
Flying.
Do you know where these magma methods came from?
No. Everyone make a perception check.
Perception?
Finally something good.
Wait, perception or insight?
Either.
It doesn't matter. I rolled a 3, so
9.
3.
13.
Reynard rolled a natural 1, so
oh my god.
What does Bilbin
Reynard
see?
rolled a natural 1, and his father, like all of you, rolled much better than this young child and said, Reynard, what do you know? Well, I've been trying to get better at magic, and I thought maybe if I had help and practice that I would get better at my spells. What do you mean? How are you practicing? And Reynard points over at the charred bodies on the ground by the fire. And Omar's going to walk over, and anyone else is welcome to walk over as well.
Yeah, Oz walks up.
Were they teaching you stuff?
You, Oz, can make a investigation check with advantage in this moment.
I'm definitely just staying back with Reynard.
As you stay back, you feel a tug back towards that cabin.
18.
18. You survey the ground, survey these charred humanoid bodies, and at first Omar says, "What is the meaning of this? You telling me you killed these people? How could you do this?" You see a small, familiar-looking ring adorned on one of the bandits' fingers, charred on the ground. Their skin blackened by the fire, but it's glistening with magical arcane energy, and you recognize one of the several magical items and effects that Zika keeps at the keep, the library. It's a space for books and history and literature, but there are also several items kept there and protected. It is the ring of elements on this finger.
Ring of elements.
I reach down and I remove it from the finger, and I put it into my pack. And I hold it out, and I said, "How did this get here?"
What is that? Omar asks you. He's not familiar with this
Yeah.
item.
This is the ring of elements. It's my Zika keeps it in the lore keep.
Oh.
How did it get here? He looks to Reynard.
Well, I've been trying to get better, and his hands glow, and you see burning fire. I've been trying to get better with my spells, and I've been coming up here, taking Mom's horse and riding up here and practicing spells. And I thought that you can do more than just these fire. There's other creatures you can practice different. I thought they were helping me. I thought, I don't know. I felt like I was getting better and they were helping, and I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
Reynard, this is not something you should be messing around with.
Son,
I look to Omar and I'm like, I kind of like in the way that it's not my son. I'm not going to punish your son for you. But
Reynard, we'll talk about this later, but are these fires that I've been finding in this part of the north, have you been riding all the way up here and practicing, as you called it? Yeah. Omar grabs his son and embraces him and says, "Son, you are in a world of trouble, but we'll deal with that later. I'm so glad you're safe."
We've solved it,
And
says Bilbin.
and Omar says, "Yes, Bilbin,
We tracked down the perpetrator.
we've solved it."
And who would have thought it would have been your own kin?
Yeah.
Right under our nose this entire time.
Bilbin, I'm glad we figured this out. Oz, he looks at you and says, "Please hold on to that ring and return it to your aunt when you make it back to the city."
yeah, I plan on it.
All right.
I look to Reynard, or I look at him and I say, "Does your master know that you took this?
He sniffles. "No, she doesn't.
Does she know you've been out here doing this?"
No, I haven't been doing it when we're training. I don't have a lot of friends, and when I say I'm out with my buddies, I've been coming here and working on stuff." Omar, "Son, it's okay. It's all going to be okay." Saren, you feel a tug towards the cottage. Would you like to do anything about that?
Yeah, I think as this conversation sort of unfolds, my gaze just sort of drifts back over to that cottage, and I think without saying anything, I'll just start walking back over. I think I'll get to the front door and hesitate for a second, then I'll just reach down and try and open it.
As your hand reaches towards the handle, some symbols carved into the wood around the handle glow, as does your necklace on around your neck, your father's amulet, and you hear "child" in your head, and you are able to open the door. You enter in this space. It is exactly what you saw from the outside, except from the outside it looked shabby and dusty, and the candles were burned down. In here, there's no dust to be seen. The bed's well made. The candles not lit, but standing full. The inkwell sits untouched. Still no paper in this space. But yeah, this space looks different from the inside. What do you do as you enter this space?
Well, first of all, the runes in the door, was that like any language I would recognize, or would they look familiar to me in any?
You saw one symbol around the exterior of the door that looked familiar. It was the symbol of your clan. There were other symbols. That was one of several, but the symbol of your clan, of your father's family, glowed. It was glue.
It glue.
It glued.
The symbol of your father's family.
So many horses died for this symbol.
Glue,
So many
of
horses.
course.
I think, especially because when we first walked into this village, I remember feeling that sense of familiarity. I think I would probably just sit down at that little table with the 2 chairs and just kind of try and be in the space for a second and just try and kind of hold on to that feeling of like familiarity and just like home.
As you sit down at this table, in front of you, where there was nothing, becomes something. You sit down in this desk chair at this table next to this inkwell and quill, and in front of you, coming from invisibility or from magic, who knows, is a medium-sized leather-bound book. Looks almost timeless. The book has several characters or symbols pressed into the front cover, the same symbols you saw on the door handle, one of which belonging to your clan. It's hard to tell if the symbols are arcane still, or if it's language that you don't know, whether they're wards. You've never really known. It's a symbol of your clan, but you've never known much more than that. What do you do?
Yeah, I'll open the book. Why not open the book?
Open the book.
Open it.
Open the book.
Also, where are we? Where are the other 3 of us at this point?
You are all...
We're still outside, no?
Yeah, you're standing... I don't know if anyone has made their way over and seen Saren walk into this space, but you're all standing outside of the original cabin. And I will say, as you're opening the book, and we'll settle that in a second, Omar says, "Did you say you flew here, son?" "Well, I don't know. I didn't. My eyes were covered for a time, and it was dark when I got here last night. Were there more people than this?" "I'm not sure. I think so." The site you're at, it looks like things have been packed up as you look around now, and there's signs of more life than just 4 charred bodies laying by this fire. It's hard to say how many bandits there were, Reynard. I'm really not sure. I couldn't tell.
So you were taken by these
think-
people and then got free somehow?
I don't know if it was a man. It didn't feel like fur, like feathers maybe.
Feathers, you say. Now, was this a big old thing, or was it a more of a normal-sized feathered
Humanoid.
beast?
It felt like he felt like my dad, but
But
different.
But feathery. A feathery dad.
I mean, yeah, I guess so. I've never thought about it that way.
No, this is good, kid. Keep them coming. We gotta get the profile down,
I was making another investigation check or like perception check.
Belvin's like, I solved one mystery. I'll do it again.
Becoming
12.
Sherlock
12.
Holmes of
You, on one of the charred bodies, you see a small, like bronze-looking pin that looks like it was holding a cloak together with widespread wings. Some sort of pin on there, widespread wings, and in between it, a scimitar, wings spread on the outside of a scimitar. Some sort of symbol, maybe, or something. You're not sure.
I wouldn't recognize the symbol.
No.
And there's no winged bodies among these charred ones. Okay.
Jumping back to Saren, when you open up this book, you find that it is an old journal, actually, which features some combination of personal notes on arcana and spellcasting, herbalism, divinity, amongst other things. This journal is not full, but on the front page interior, you see the letters XRS. And the back page, you find some sort of map. It looks like a map of Bordura. It's crude and not everything's there, but you see the symbol of your clan along with the other 11 symbols scattered around the map. As Saren is seeing this, Omar says, "There's more of them. We've left the city. I need to ride. Hurry back. Stay safe. Reynard, we're going." Omar grabs Reynard and drags him along. "My horse is up here. I'm going to beat you back, but be wary. I don't know what awaits us when we return." And he disappears through the thick trees, outlining this back towards wherever his horse may be.
Well, we should grab Saren and get back to town.
Yeah, wait, where's...
I'll go in and get him. Saren!
If you try to... Did you... What did you,
I walk in.
you didn't walk in. The door slammed shut in your face.
Oh. I tried to walk in.
Mhm.
Did I see Saren before the door slams?
I don't know. I don't know if you were trying to like stealth. I don't know if any of y'all.
I wasn't
saw him.
stealthing. I was just not.
Yeah, I think you
announcing
probably
my-
saw him go.
feel like
I
I
think
saw
you saw
him
him go in there, so you know
and
he's in that. You know he's. In
I
the-
tried to just walk straight through the door. Door slams. I'm like, what the? And then I tried opening it with my hands.
Nothing. You hear a rustling at the.
Saren, are you okay in there?
Yeah, I'm fine. What?
Door slammed in my face.
One sec. I'll be out in 1 sec. Looking at this map with all these symbols, I want to know two things. One, is there any sort of additive marking around my clan symbol?
No.
Okay, and then two, is there one approximately where we are now?
There is.
Does the last entry say anything about?
I'm gonna say that I don't know how big of a hurry everyone's in, but
I mean, I'm not trying to like do a full read on this
Sure.
journal, but I think I would definitely like seeing that or just like thinking that this little village looks abandoned. I would just flip to that last entry and just like scan it real quick.
sure.
Unless it's like a 7-page journal entry, in which case I'm just going to take this whole thing with me.
You hear Bilbin knocking at the door.
Saren, let me in there. Saren.
The last entry says something to the effect of "They're coming. If you read this, you will find us."
Okay. Yeah, I'll just close the journal back exactly like it was, and then I will walk over to the door, open it, and
Door won't open.
I pick up my axe and start wailing at the.
whoa, stop that. You're going to hurt yourself.
Yeah, you're thrown back. You take 4 points of damage.
Whoa. Bilbin, what happened?
I just got launched back quite a bit there.
Is Saren inside?
Saren's inside.
I help him up.
Too good.
I help Bilbin up. All right.
Thank you.
Saren,
Much obliged there, Oz. Much obliged.
what's going on? Arcana check on the door.
Yeah, sure. Right. Yeah. Roll Arcana.
14.
14. You see symbols surrounding the handle. You don't know why Saren was able to enter through this space, but they're highly protective wards preventing you in for some reason that happened to allow Saren in this moment.
Well, lad, what's going on here?
Saren, give me a sit rep in there. What's going on?
I'm fine. I'm just.
I just got launched back trying to open this door.
It's because you tried to hit a magic door with an axe.
Hey, I'm a firefighter. I usually hit doors with axes.
Not magic ones.
How was I supposed to know it's magic? You know what I'm saying?
I could send Tabitha in to help. I don't know if
Let me just try something. Maybe like grab the journal and then try and leave.
You grab the journal and head towards the door, and it opens easily.
First try.
And now you're outside. What do you do?
No, I think if the door like opens immediately, like as soon as that happens, I'll like take one step out the door and I'll just like stop.
How'd you do that?
Fuck.
I thought the door was locked.
What is that? Looks down towards the journal.
So the journal's inside the cottage. Can I look over and like peer through the window into the cottage
Yeah, it looks.
like it did before when I looked in?
Yep.
Like it looks abandoned, but when you go in, it's pristine. It's spotless. And this journal was there, and and I'm like hold it out and point at the front. Like this is my family symbol.
Where are you from?
Escaldera, very far from here.
Why are you? Okay. That's fascinating. Can I take a look at that?
I mean, you can try. I don't know. I'm just based on old Bilbin getting thrown around here, and
I'm okay.
If it's
this magic doesn't feel malevolent,
Did
but
you
it's
show?
certainly
Did you
powerful.
show the front of the journal or
the front? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So I'll if you're sure, and I'll hand it to you.
The door pushes you out. You're outside now. Cottage is shut.
interesting. I'm gonna richly cast Identify on it.
As you stand and cast Identify, do you open it at all, or do you just hold it? in
I
your
think
hand?
at the same time, right, fully in because you had mentioned that it was your family crest, so I'm not trying to be deceitful at all. I'm going to be flipping through the pages in front of you. I'm facing you. I'm casting.
Oh yeah, I'm
Identify.
not. There's other symbols on there too.
you
like,
see you open it and you see nothing. It's just a blank journal.
Okay, so as I'm flipping through the pages, I'm empty, right? Okay, empty. Even and I get to the back of the book as I'm finishing Identify. Is it empty?
Mhm.
From front to back is empty.
But identify says basically tells you that you've found a relic from a clan of powerful casters that came from the woods, come from the earth, come from nature. You don't get any more than that. There's no more specific detail, but you can. It's the one thing where it's something where your identify can tell that it's magical, but to your eye, it just looks like a leather-bound journal.
Do I see the script that he had mentioned that shows his clan?
Mm-mm.
No, I don't see any
On
of
the
that.
front.
No,
It just looks like a leather-bound empty journal.
Let me
to
ask you a question. Do you trust Oz at this point?
Yeah, I think we established previously that
Okay.
Oz certainly.
As you flip through, you see Saren's name scribbled in there
Hmm.
at some point, and that's it.
And as I finish the spell casting, I close the book, have it in my right hand, and I look to Saren and I say, "You've got yourself a very interesting relic here, lad. Seems to be, well, if you say it's part of your clan, it's documentation from years past of your clan and powerful spellcasters."
Well, there's a map in the back. I don't know if you saw that.
I saw nothing. It's
What?
blank journal to me. But through my ability to identify, it's what told me. It seems in your possession, you're able to cross this threshold, which looks like a shabby house, but which what you're saying is inside is clean.
It's
maybe-
spotless.
Maybe this village belonged to your clan at some point, and this here is a safe house.
I know that there's no way in hell my clan was ever up here. But I think I would just sort of like look at you and nod. And say, thanks for checking it out. I guess I'll hold on to it.
I think you should, lad.
Now, hold on, Oz. So you're telling me that book there is blank. It's got nothing in it, but Saren can read every word and letter that's in that book.
Yeah, you heard me right.
Man, this forest is strange.
Well, shoot. I don't know much about that. I feel like we should probably follow Omar on back to town. He seemed kind of concerned. Did Reynard go with him?
Yeah, he took Reynard.
Okay.
With.
So he the way he left it, he didn't specifically say that there was going to be an attack on the city, but he was feeling nervous that there was going to be an attack because no one was there.
He felt like he had sent most of the strong and willing to go find his son today. And the fact that Reynard said that there was some flying creature and more faces in the dark that he doesn't know what to expect. But he wanted to get, as the Vox of Duplain, he wanted to get back to his city and check on it.
Maybe they were trying to lure the people that could protect the town out. If this has been their objective.
Well, they successfully did that, didn't they?
Seems like it.
We need to move back to the town, I think. Are you comfortable leaving, Saren? Is there anything else you wanted to see here?
No, let's go. I don't even know exactly what I've seen already. So, yeah, let's get back. Make sure everyone's safe.
As you depart, you head back the way you came, knowing it as the fastest route back. It's going to take you a couple hours to get back. You trek through the shrine. You head back past Mirror Lake, follow the river back to the coastline, follow it down. The first thing you see before the town of Duplain cresting along the horizon is more smoke. Dark, black, billowing smoke rising in the near distance as you take the final corner to be able to see the actual place you started your morning. You see random plumes of smoke scattered across the town. Homes that you raced past on the main drag yesterday, covered with people, now sit in flames. As you hit the edge of the city, Oz, you feel an anguished message come to your ears from a spell that you hear your aunt's voice. Oz? Someone is attacking the library. I'm stuck in a fight, and I get here soon if you can. Be safe and be strong.
Hearing that, Oz picks up his pace.
Where are we going, Oz?
I have to get to the library. My aunt is under attack.
Your aunt.
You hear that and you enter the threshold of the city, and the way that we are going to do this to get from the north side of town to where we said this old keep is that I'm going to have everybody roll initiative. We're going to go back to initiative for a second. And you're going to have to move quickly if you want to reach the keep and where your aunt is. So rather than tracking movement through town, we are going to roll a series of luck checks to see what is happening between the north side of the city and the old keep, where Zika and the library and the records of Duplain lie.
Good old rolling of the dice. 16 for Oz.
Cool.
13 for AP.
Bilbin,
5 for Bilbin.
my guy.
My boy. My sub 10 guy.
Our very seasoned firefighter.
He's not great.
I think Saren's seeing a town in flames. Kind of has a moment of almost like a panic attack and rolls a nat 1
Beautiful for a what?
for a 3.
Brother,
Beautiful.
I feel you on the panic attack every time I see a fire. Dirks me.
Starting to think that Bilbin's the rookie at the house.
So
Dude,
Wait, was he sent on this mission or was he kicked out on this mission?
Flashback.
Go do something else, Bilbin.
I'm so sorry.
prove
too.
yourself.
On this journey, I will, over to Market, do a short rest.
Hey.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah,
That does
if anyone
nothing
has
for
any
me.
extra stuff
Can
they
I
can.
give-
Yes, absolutely.
Cool. I'm like handing out jerky to everybody. Here, eat this. Eat this. Everybody that rolls hit dice can roll an extra D8 of healing.
Dope.
I mean, I'm at max.
14 heal?
Back to full.
Yeah, that's massive.
There we go.
For good old Bilbin.
Yeah, sorry. I meant, y'all were basically short resting while you were
Cool.
at the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm back to full as well.
That was huge.
Sweet.
That was huge.
So here's the way we're going to do it. We have rolled initiative for our group. I have rolled another couple initiatives. We're going to make 4 luck checks as we traverse the city. Each one of our players is going to make a luck check to see what we encounter. We're going to go down the initiative order, and if we get into any combats during that, then we will establish it from there. But Oz, as you rolled the highest amongst our group, I will ask you to make a D20 roll. For anyone listening, if you're unfamiliar with a luck check, it is exactly what it sounds like. Rolling a 20-sided die. High numbers are good, low numbers are bad. Middle, we'll see.
Ooh, 3.
A 3?
Strong start.
As you run through town, you end up back in the area where you were last night. The people outside screaming, homes being burned. You round the corner, and as you turn the corner, you see the Frosted Pike Tavern on fire in the near distance as you see 2 humanoid figures throwing Molotov cocktails at the bar where you all spent last night. I'm going, as you approach, there are 2 bandits in this scenario. I will allow all of you to get up there. We are going to jump right into initiative. Oz, what would you like to do as you come up on 2 bandits? You all have the option. You don't have to stop and help in these scenarios, but as with everything, the things you don't do have consequences too. So I will ask, what does Oz do in this moment?
What can Oz do at this
Exactly.
moment?
At this moment.
I will say, before we recorded this today, I told everyone to be prepared for step up in the intensity. So
I would also,
I
if
don't
you
remember that, so I didn't agree to any of this.
Yeah, I did not consent either.
my bad.
So
if
me
you're
and
showing
Dart-
any hesitation in this moment, I think, obviously your concern is for your aunt. I think Saren would say, "Don't worry about this. You go ahead. I can take care of this."
I'm going to keep running past these people towards where I need to go, but I'm going to cast a cantrip at one of the guys.
Okay.
I'm going to cast message, and I'm going to say, "Retreat. We need you at the south side."
Roll a persuasion check. Or a deception check, whichever you prefer.
I don't think I'm good at either of those. So
Well, why don't you get good at them?
flat roll 7.
Oh, you are beaten with a natural 8.
Damn.
Who said that? What the hell? Who was that?
I did.
Who the hell are you?
Please tell me I'm the next in initiative.
You are not the next in initiative. Arthur will go next as Oz goes past.
But yeah.
Anything else you'd like to do on your
No,
turn?
I use my full movement
Great.
to get away
Okay.
towards. Just keep going.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Even if I'm not next, I still say that as I take the blame. I want to like take the blame for that as to like
They-
give
see
Oz
you.
like a bit of an out just in case that happened.
Yeah, they
so
see
they
you.
don't try to chase him.
Perfect. Arthur, what are you doing on your turn? You were next.
I guess I'll poke out from behind Bilvin. Yeah, I didn't say that.
I did.
Go on, Oz. We'll catch up.
All right. Feel.
And
What are you doing?
I don't know. I might hurt you.
Well, stop it.
Well, I don't. You look out or something. I guess. Stop burning this place.
No.
And I won't do this.
Captain's orders.
I don't know who your captain is.
You will soon.
That seems so inhospitable. Ah! And flames wreath around my hands, and I cast a firebolt at him.
Perfect.
It's only an 11 to hit.
11 just misses. I'm
Yeah.
sorry to say.
Yep. Ah!
You're getting there. You're doing so good.
You stop it.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Aim at the bar.
No,
Why?
that's what you're doing.
I know.
We're trying to stop you.
I'll be gone soon if you just help me.
What?
Anything else on your turn?
What?
Nope.
Sweet. Moving down, we do have Bilbin.
I did. As he says that again.
What?
Man, bit delayed, but what I'm telling you is to stop causing fires. You see, I'm here a firefighter, and I don't like it when you cause fires.
Oh, you mean like this? And he starts to rear back.
And then I just charge him before he rears back and
Okay.
throws it. Charge him with my axe.
Sweet. Roll to hit.
Hit him. Hit him.
Oh. 17 to hit.
Oh, absolutely hits.
Hell
Roll.
yeah.
Give me your damage. Let's see it.
Damage.
Let's go, firefighter.
Yes, I believe this is my first actual attack, by the way, because I missed twice.
Yes, this
on-
is your first hit on an attack. Which hell yeah,
Yes.
let's go, Bilbin.
I missed on the Muppets, and here we are.
Freaking Muppets, man.
The middlemost Muppets.
Okay.
Big money. Come on.
1,
Plus
3.
1 plus 3 for 4.
Yes.
4 points of damage. You cut into his shoulder with your axe. Oh, what the hell, man?
Oz is really starting to think that Bilbin is just joined the force or something, or has been in it for a while and really been performing poorly every year.
You hit this guy.
Yeah, but
He's not a commoner. He's not
Yeah.
dead.
I did the lowest possible damage with
Anything else on your turn?
and
Nice.
then I end my turn.
Hell yeah. Awesome.
As you can see kind of the sweat and spit perforating from his skin and mouth as it hopefully gets a little bit on the bandit.
You're gonna pay for that. And,
No, I won't.
and
I
now
don't
it's
know
gonna
why.
be
He
both,
didn't.
both bandits' turns. One of them is gonna roll to throw another Molotov cocktail at the bar.
Damn Molotov cocktails.
You see another Molotov cocktail crash into the roof of this place, igniting on impact, scorching this place. Other one is going to roll to hit you, Bilbin, as the one that you swung at is going to swing back with his scimitar. That is going to be a natural 3 on the die for a
Nice.
7. I have to assume that does not hit.
Dude, it does not hit.
In your plate armor.
In my heavy armor, a 7 misses.
Fuck you, man!
As I just stare into the bandit's face
Son of a gun.
with a almost crazy grin, I'm enjoying this.
What the hell are you?
I'm fire's worst nightmare, baby.
What the hell?
This guy.
He is intimidated right now. This guy is shaking in his boots right now.
I'm intimidated right now.
Hell yeah, that is the end of the bandit's turn, Sarah, and that'll be to you.
Great. I'm gonna run up to the other one, the one not engaged with Bilbin, and I'm gonna attack him with my quarterstaff.
Let's go.
Smack, smack.
Does a 15 hit?
Got 15 hit. It does.
Oh, thank God. Yeah, I think I'll just do a quick, like, take my quarterstaff in both hands and, like, crack it up into the underside of his chin for 7 points of bludgeoning.
Ooh, looks
Nice.
extremely hurt.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell? You get out of here. Let us do our work. Anything else on your turn?
That will be my whole turn.
Oz, back to the top. Do you do anything as you continue to move?
I think I turn around and shoot a firebolt.
Okay, roll to hit.
Nah, actually, I just dashed.
Dash?
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
All right,
Oh, yeah.
you are ahead of the scene. Back to Arthur. Arthur?
You boys are making me mad now. This place had amazing chili, and you're burning it to the ground.
Yeah, well, that's so.
You're making me mad now.
What does that mean?
You gotta watch out. When I'm mad, I cook. I cook when I'm mad.
What does that mean?
Ah, I cook when I'm mad, and my pan starts like glowing a green glow, and, and I just whoosh, fling, and a bunch of acid flies and conjures out of the pan. And I need, they both need to make. If I can hit them both with a line,
For sure.
I need
I-
dex
I-
saves.
Absolutely allow that. Sick.
Let him
Dex
cook.
saves. Ooh, they may not have passed. Plus ones on both of these. So they got a 10 and a 12.
Both are gonna fail.
Maybe.
So they're gonna take as a bunch of like, I like drop a piece of old food like on the ground, and then just whoosh, a spray of acid comes out of the pan and slings like hot grease all over them, and they'll take double ones. So just 2 points of acid damage
damn.
each.
They take 11 damage.
Oh, they're both still up. Oh, what the hell, man?
But they are covered in acid, and so at the start of their turns, they'll take
Oh, no.
2d4 more acid.
Holy
Cool.
shit.
And
Very
I'm
cool.
concentrating now.
Nice.
Very
Holy
cool.
fuck.
Concentrating on being mad and just spraying grease on them right now.
And are you next to me,
Yes.
Arthur?
Mhm.
Is Arthur next to me? Okay.
I guess so. I don't know.
Bilbin's up. Yeah, did you run up into it or did you stay back a little bit?
I guess I would have had to kind of run
Is it a
up
close
little. Well,
range?
no, but because it's a 30-foot line, 5 feet wide, I think I would have had to run up to get to the
get
side
position,
of them
yeah.
to kind of like
Sure,
and
sure,
not
sure,
hit,
sure.
not
So you're
hit
like
either of you.
at
I think
the
they were like
side.
standing next to each other, and
Yeah,
we'll say
yeah.
Bilbin like ran behind one of them. So yeah, I think
I kind of run off to
absolutely-
the side then.
Great.
Okay,
cool.
cool.
Hell yeah, that's sick. Anything else on your turn?
No, that's it for me.
Hell yeah, thanks, AP.
I cast a spell, guys.
Hell
I
yeah.
did.
Hey,
Oh wait, I
love
need
it.
to roll.
Oh yeah,
right?
roll a wild magic surge.
Oh no.
Oh, it's good.
Is that every time you cast a spell?
That
Isn't
was
it
a
the DM's
12.
discretion though?
Arthur's got lots of fun stuff.
I can't really remember what we said. We had a little.
we
thing.
might actually, yeah, we're 4 episodes in and we haven't had to deal with this much, but
Not
we'll
really.
probably talk about it.
It was a
It's-
12.
We are, I will say above the table for all listening, if you were a stickler for regular wild magic rules, it may not be the same and you'll just have to learn our way. So we'll get into it later.
Get with the program,
Yeah.
bitch.
Let it
Yeah.
home. Let it home brew.
Yeah.
Let it home brew.
Let him cook.
Yeah.
Let him cook.
I'm cooking over here. I'm cooking something
Yeah, we
fierce.
know this hurts. Awesome turn. It was great. Bilbin, next, what are you gonna do?
Boink.
Absolutely.
You're gonna boink him?
But I want to hit him with like
Full boink.
this. I want to like hit him with the like on the head with the side of the axe.
Oh
though.
Jesus Christ! Roll the hit.
Pistol whipping him with your axe.
Yeah, I want to like. That's gonna be a 14 to
That
hit.
hits.
Nice.
Roll your damage.
Is this a different damage because I'm not using the sharp side of the axe?
No, roll.
Okay,
no,
sick.
I think it's still gonna fucking hurt. We're
Still gonna roll a 1 anyway.
yeah, we're
so-
good. Yeah, I'll
Oh, sick. 13 damage.
Holy God.
you says, "Hey man," and the back of your blade hits him to the side of his head, and you like capsize his skull, and he like goes to the ground, and he fucking immediately dead. Molotov cocktail falls on his body, and he lights on fire. Why'd you do that to my friend?
I'm a firefighter.
Anything else on your turn?
What the fuck does
and then I end my turn as I am almost like what looks like white knuckle clenching my axe.
Saren, should we have let him die? This is scary.
You don't have time to worry about that right now. You gotta catch up with Oz.
Get Bilbin.
Holy shit. Nice turn. Fucking crazy. Now is the bandit's turn. At the start of their turn, they take damage.
Yeah, indeed.
Great. Is it 2d4?
This guy's already dead.
I'll let you
He's
roll
already
him
dead. Yeah.
7
Yeah,
acid damage.
with 2 hit points left, meaning it didn't really matter what you rolled. He crumples to the ground, like screams like the Wicked Witch of the West as he crumples into a heap on the ground.
Shit, did I do that?
Looks like it.
We will leave initiative on that one for a second. Nice first round of luck checks. We are going to move to Arthur now. We're going to go down the line of the initial initiative order that we kept. So Arthur, you're going to roll initiative, or you're going to roll a luck check now.
14.
14. As you run, you turn your head and you see behind you, not in front of you, you see a tabaxi from a distance. It looks like it's got a similar pendant to the one Oz found earlier, with that winged logo from the cottages. And it's got 2 blades and it's running into Gorb's general store behind you. Before you even have to make a thought of like turning around, this tabaxi is immediately tossed back out onto the ground with Gorb walking out and saying, "Bringing knives to a fist fight and coming to cause trouble in my store? You picked the wrong person to mess with, furry boy." And you can continue along your way.
Nice one, Gorb.
I'm gonna fuck this one up.
All right. We're what am I? Oh, man.
You that weird
Gorb.
guy from the alley?
Oh, yeah, Gorb, you're getting me with your accent over here.
I'm gonna kill this guy.
Kill that guy. We're going to the library. I think there's trouble going on over there.
I'll follow if I can. I'm gonna keep the citizens safe too, though.
Do that. That's your number 1 priority, I think.
I'm Gorb. That's right.
You're Gorb.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And I'm Arthur Page.
Hey, yeah. You already know that, though. We're running. We're
Yeah, you
still
said it
going.
yesterday,
I
I
did.
heard.
Yeah.
Awesome. Hell yeah. 14 on the dice will get you that.
Great.
Bilbin, can you give me a luck check now? It is to your turn.
Absolutely. D20. Oh. I got a 3.
Hey.
Another 3. Hey, we already did that one, so that's off the table.
So I
right?
re-roll, right?
No.
With
you,
disadvantage.
That is
you run
not-
out up. Oz is you're there first. Oz there. Y'all are trailing a little bit further behind, but you're kind of next to what's happening as they're all going to have to use their movement to get up to it. Since you've got a little ahead. Half-elven woman is brandishing a knife on a defenseless grandmother in the streets, trying to steal her bag and jewelry.
terrible.
What do you do?
So as I left the bar spot, I looked at someone who looked capable of at least being able to carry a pail of water and told him, "You there, get as many people as you can rile up, get them some pails, fetch some water at the well, and start putting out this fire, okay? I got things to tend to."
It's the same 3 short fishermen that you all saw like arguing in the bar last night, and one of them says, "I can take care of this," and the other one says, "You can't do shit. I'll get water first." And they start arguing as they like they're like racing to go
Sick.
get water. So you have helped Shaughnessy in this moment
Cool.
protect the frosted pike. And then
Then
jumping
I
back though, in this instance, you were
Yes.
running up on this. There's a woman being attacked, a grandmother being attacked in the street. What do you do?
So purse is getting snatched.
She's like holding her at knife point. Like,
Oh.
yeah. But yeah,
Um,
basically.
I go behind the bandit and use my axe to try to hook the legs out from underneath this bandit.
Okay, roll an attack. So are you making an actual attack or are you trying to like grapple them and knock them prone?
I'm trying to, because they're not, yes, they're holding a innocent grandmother at knife point. However, they're not causing any immediate harm.
By that
So-
I mean they're not causing fire.
And they're not causing fire. So this time I just want to hook and then like, ideally I would hook the legs out from underneath this bandit and then press my axe upon the neck of the bandit while on the ground to like hold it there while putting a foot on its chest.
Make a grapple check.
Which I'm adding what?
You add your strength.
Do you say I had any inspiration, perhaps?
No, certainly not.
Well, adding my strength. 7.
With a natural 4, you throw this half-elven woman to the ground. Roll intimidation for me.
11.
11. She sees you and says, "I'll have to cut my head off before I let the boss down." And she's not intimidated by you in this moment.
So it's a female bandit? Okay. Why are you stealing from this grandma?
Me to cause trouble.
Yep, that's not cool.
It is cool.
And my turn.
Awesome. She's gonna get a chance to.
No, I want to cut her. I want to cut her off.
Oh,
I had my turn, so she can't say shit.
damn. Well, it's her turn now. She's gonna use her action. If you want to make an opposed athletics check, she's gonna try to get out of the grapple, though.
I will. Well, luckily, I'm super proficient in strength. Of which case, that is a 9.
She got a 5. She tries to push the hilt of your axe up. She's like, get the hell off me, man!
No.
Fuck you! Spits up at you.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Cool.
That's understandable.
She ends her turn.
Ain't gonna do nothing to me.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Fuck you. Spits at you again. Sarah, your turn.
Great. I'm honestly gonna assume Bilbin's got this. Seeing Bilbin in heavy plate with his fucking axe pinning this woman to the ground. I'm gonna just full dash past.
Okay, cool. You dash up to the Oz. You are Saren's like at the end of Saren's turn. He's catching up to you as you're past this. Do you do anything in this moment, or are you letting Bilbin handle this?
Yeah, I probably just peek around like over my shoulder and notice that he's got this one to the ground. And I dash.
You dash. Next up is the grandma. She's gonna take her purse and swing down on this.
Oh, thank God.
Let's go.
With a 12 on the die, she's gonna hit.
Yes.
She's
Let's
gonna
go,
do
Granny.
1d4 bludgeoning damage.
Awesome.
It's the grandma from
Damn, what's in
Hoodwinked.
that?
This bandit gets 3 points of damage.
Incredible.
Take that, young lady. Grandma swings. Next up in initiative is Arthur.
Bilbin, you got this?
Oh, I think I can manage.
All right, don't take too long, okay? You got a weird glint in your eye. You got to calm down, brother.
What do you mean I gotta calm down?
Nope, never mind. Nothing. How is the bandit looking?
I mean, she got hit by a purse.
So
That's right. He hasn't hurt her yet.
Not great, but fine.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep going.
You're moving. You're keeping pretty good pace right now, even though you don't typically move as quick. Yeah, you're moving pretty well right now. Bilbin, back to you.
Does this bandit look like bloodied or anything?
Your thought process is, wow, this grandma might have been able to take care of herself. This purse is pretty heavy, but probably shouldn't leave her in this. Like, she was clearly being held up. Like, maybe shouldn't leave her in this situation.
Grandma will be fine. She'll be okay.
I feel like I have to have like a rope or something on me. In my backpack, did we have basic starter?
You did. If you ever grappled, you're gonna have to make another. I'll let you make another opposed athletics check to try to tie her, like hog tie her, basically.
Yeah, I have a blanket. I can try to like.
I'm not gonna let you use a blanket.
I could like straight jacket her with the blanket.
You gotta have some
Hey,
boundaries.
you could suffocate her.
Okay, here's what we'll do. You can either attack or you can, if you don't have rope, you can either attack. You will have to beat her by at least 5 on rollies for a grapple check to be able to have this blanket wrap around her for the grandma to be able to get away. So you don't just have to beat her, you have to beat her by 5 on a strength check.
I just want to
Or
like.
opposed athletics
I don't
check.
necessarily want to kill this bandit because
Sure.
she's not doing anything fire wrong. So I
She's
just want to like.
associated with all the people you've seen burning buildings.
Is she though?
Yeah,
They all have the same symbol.
Oh, then I'm wailing on her.
Roll to hit.
So I rolled a hit.
That's all Bilbin needs to know.
Did you say fire?
I don't think she did, Bilbin.
16.
That hits. Roll your damage.
12.
What does it look like as you
Plus
kill
3.
this bandit?
So that's 15. And as I'm holding her neck down with my foot, one on her chest, one on the ground, I like wind up like a golf swing.
My God. Jesus.
And
Oh my God.
and say, life ain't the fairway. As I just hopefully guillotine her neck.
Christ. Yeah.
She did ask for that.
Yeah, you
I
do.
guess.
You cut her head off.
Nice.
Are you our paladin?
Thank you, Sonny.
Thank you,
That meant a lot.
You're welcome, Granny. Anything I can do to help the elderly.
She takes a kerchief. You've got some blood on you. Let me wipe it off.
Oh,
What a
it's quite all
wild
right, man.
All right.
Nothing but a scratch for me.
Your friends are running away, by the way.
All right, I best be off then.
All right. Holy shit.
Swing.
Crazy. All right, we're moving to our final luck roll of this fun little initiative off. Saren, give me your luck roll.
19.
19. You
That's good.
run
right?
down. You all make great time. You see a couple townspeople standing up to the intimidation of a couple of these bandits in the city streets. The bandits turn tail and run as you all can move freely. As you approach the old keep, you actually see Omar near there as well, surrounded by looking injured, but pulling his great sword out of the stomach of a bandit. He's surrounded by 3 people on the ground next to him, these fallen enemies. Gents, you made it back. This is chaos.
It's not great.
Do you think this was their plan all along? Just trying to lure us away?
I'm not sure. I saw somebody flying over the city. I've been following him this way.
Someone flying?
Yes. I saw him in the distance. I was moving towards it as soon as I saw him. As you are near the base of the castle at this point and turn towards it, you see exactly what Omar just said, a flying creature in the light of the sun going downward toward the battlement on the rear of this tower. As the creature lands, now standing in front of you, above you, but in front of you, hard to tell, maybe 6 foot in height, but having a wingspan that he puts it aside of roughly 15 to 20 feet in width. As they tuck their massive wings down, you see long, lean, dark grayish legs that end with massive talons. Humanoid in torso alone, the person in front of you is muscular under his layers of slightly multi-toned gray feathers. He wears black leather armor and holds in one hand a Molotov cocktail, ready to throw at any moment. His other hand a massive curved scimitar with a black and gold hilt. A tuft of feathers pokes from the back of his head as his shoebill-like features are most accentuated with his sunken-in eyes under intimidating furrowed brow and a massive matte orange beak with flecks of black and gray that still manages to come to a fierce point at its tip. He looks at all of you from the rooftop above as he opens his mouth and says, "Well, well, Vox. Assume you must have gotten your boy back. Surprise. Thought I'd have more time to torch this little town of yours. Safe to assume you lot took out the crew I left behind at camp? Why are you doing this?" "The name's David. Why are we doing it? Spite, I suppose. You Bordurans want to believe that everything is perfect here, that your history somehow just goes away. I mean, look at you 5. A couple of forgotten, getting on with humans and a dwarf covered with grass.
This ain't
What-
grass, it's moss.
Who cares? Are you really allies? Or is it just a matter of time for one of you to turn on the other?"
Well, I'm Arthur Page Llewellyn, and I don't like your tone.
"Yeah, well, I don't really care, sir. You can fuck right off.
So you're the one that's been causing fires in this part of town.
I mean, yeah, looks like you're gonna have some time to recover. Maybe not. Maybe we'll burn this whole fucking city to the ground."
Ching, ching, ching. As he hits his axe on his armor. You see this armor right here? Sworn protector of the flame.
Yeah, I see it. It's
I
cute.
I protect those against the thing that you are using to destroy this town.
What is that? Some Douse House armor? Aren't those closing? New Samaritan? I've been.
Yeah. Well, just so you know, we do not stop at people like you. We will trounce people like you and do what we must to douse the wildfires in our way.
Heard they're not even letting you outer rim boys in the city anymore.
Scoffs.
Well, you're welcome to try to fight me from down there or chase me down, although you may want to head inside your castle, King. Not sure if that old bag of a lawkeeper is still alive, but if I didn't kill her, the flames will soon. She put a heck of a fight trying to protect her little bookshelves and these magic items, and he taps his chest flies up into the sky. Well, try to shoot me if you want, but we might get out of here for today. Good luck, boys. Does anyone do anything?
Yeah, I
this
shoot a
minute?
firebolt.
Cool. Roll the hit.
Does a 16 hit?
16 hits.
Nice. That's 6 points of fire.
Oh. He turns for a moment. Mad about your grandma, boy.
You put your hands on her.
Yeah. I'll do it again, too.
You talk a lot of shit for somebody running away.
I've done everything I needed to. See you boys on the other side.
Of what?
Destiny. And he turns and...
That's super corny, man.
Get fucked! You hear from the distance.
This fucking loser. Let's go check on your aunt.
Yeah, Oz is already running inside.
Yeah. You all run inside. The table's on fire in the town hall entryway. You run back towards the study that you know. You know he stole magic items from the castle, and you walk into the familiar library with the walls in flames, books on fire. You see your aunt laying lifeless with her back to you on the ground underneath a fallen bookshelf inside of the right side of the study. While this old building can't fully burn, the things inside certainly can.
Bilbin immediately goes and tries to lift the rubble off of Grandma.
Okay, great. Does anyone else go
I'll give help to that.
Okay,
Mhm.
great.
And would I potentially
Roll advantage with help from
advantage?
from
Cool.
Saren and everybody else. Yeah,
24.
Nice.
awesome. Does anyone else help in this moment?
Yeah,
Cool.
I'm helping.
Anyone?
Like in another way.
Anyone who's making contact, people that lift this shelf, help lift the shelf. You're going to take 9 points of fire damage right now. You get in with your hands, and you are able to very quickly lift this shelf, but not before. Zika was luckily positioned in a way where she was almost like the back of the bookshelf had caught fire from one of the other shelves, like meandering through. She was underneath of it, but as you like get close and scorched, your metal singes, and you grab flame as you pull this off of.
So then I'm just down.
I fall unconscious.
9
Yeah.
damage.
9 damage is a lot.
So even I take it with that 24?
Whoa.
I am alive, by the way.
Great. Those of you that are up, what do you do?
I immediately drag Arthur Page Llewellyn and Saren back. Like, even though like in pain, I'm trying to like fight through the pain and just drag them back out of the fire.
Bilbin, you got a health potion.
I need to save my friends first.
If you want to use, if you want to try to drag them first, they're going to make a death save right now. If you want to pop a potion, they're not like under fire. They just
okay.
they like basically helped lift it off and immediately like fell to the ground, but they're not in immediate. If you heal them, they will be able to get back up right away.
Can I throw a potion on the ground and hit it like Baldur's Gate?
No, you need to give
Just
your,
throw it
you need to give your potion to one of them if you want to do that.
I'm just going to use Lay on Hands. Can I use it twice?
Can you split it? How does it work as an action? Can lay on hands be split?
I think it's got to be. I would have to use it twice.
Okay, great. Yeah, who do you want to lay on hands first?
I definitely want to lay hands on Arthur.
Okay, how many hit points you pumped in, Arthur?
So I'm just going to do 1, just to get him up.
1. Cool.
Yeah.
Arthur, you rise. Saren, can you get a death save?
That was really hot. With the
That's a
fires.
failure.
Failure. 1 death save. Is anyone doing anything?
Wait, couldn't I just help him up?
He's unconscious. He's making death saving throws. He needs like healing, or he could die.
Oh, okay.
But that's
So I did that right. Okay. Then
Yeah.
Bilbin then, after laying his hands on the chest of Arthur Page Llewellyn,
Thank you.
sends 1 HP of energy into his chest.
okay. Great. Saren had a
To
failed
him.
death save. It's going to come back around to everybody else in the
Thank you.
party. Is anyone
You're
have any
welcome.
healing they want to try to do to?
I
Saren?
have no healing, but I have to keep. I'm picking up my aunt. I'm gonna try to get her out of the
Okay.
burning building.
Bilbin, get Saren out of here. Heal him up. I'm gonna help you, Oz.
Understood. I'll get Saren. Do I
Right,
go
yeah,
again?
we're not going into initiative
okay.
right now. It's just like, yeah,
Oh, cool,
he
cool.
had a failed death save. If nobody can do healing,
Cool.
Saren's going to make another death save.
I go over to Saren
I already used my
and
potion.
I touch him on
Same.
his on the side, like where his obliques are, and
So intimate.
and that's where I
So
send
specific.
and that's where I send 1 HP,
1 HP.
into his body.
Saren, you come to with Bilbin having just healed you, standing over you.
Great. What are we doing here? So you guys are helping, or you guys are pulling Zika out.
Mm-hmm.
We need to.
Did Omar come in?
Yes, we need to go. It's time.
Working on it.
Is there anything that you need to get from in here?
I would like to look for anything, but
I can get your aunt out if you wanted to look for anything important.
yeah.
I'll give Oz guidance then, if he's hanging out for a sec, and then I'm gonna stumble back out as best I can.
Boy, it's not worth it. You know better, Oz.
It's my work. I'll be right out. I know where it is. And Oz is going to go to where he's been studying and working on his research and project.
Okay. The flames have not tickled the middle of this room. Luckily for you, I'm going to say you're going to take 3 points of damage just from smoke filling this room, your lungs hacking. This is not a safe environment to be in right now. You're able to go, while you may not be able to save the books on the shelves and the things you hadn't learned yet, you are able to grab your research that you've already done in this moment and make it outside. As all of you walk out of the castle and turn to face the rest of the city to the north, you see that the bandits are fleeing, just like David said, clearly feeling satisfied with the destruction and pain caused to the people of Dublin on this day. Omar looks at you, Oz, and says, I think she's got a pulse. I think we're okay. Tressa and Annette were at the inn protecting people. If we want to try to get up there and get her some rest.
I can try to start stabilizing her. I would pull out my herbalism kit from my backpack, and I tried to do whatever I can to suture up, put gauze or whatever over harsh burns, any injuries, anything that looks like it's bleeding.
As you go to touch Zika, you are relieved to find that she's breathing. She's unconscious right now. She made death saves and passed. But Zika is alive, unconscious but alive.
Does she have health?
She's at 0 right now. She's unconscious. She's a fairly frail woman. You can carry her through town at this point if nobody has any.
So she's fine. She doesn't need to be healed.
I'll do my best.
She's you, Arthur. When you go
quickly
and
stabilize.
you help her, yeah. And you she lost in a fight and had a disc fall on her. She did not suffer some of the burning. You got there just in time to prevent the fire from swallowing her in that room.
She's all right, Oz.
It's a relief.
As right as any of us are, I guess.
Thanks, Arthur.
As you head up through the city once more on the path that Oz, you and Zika walked just yesterday for the festival, her now unconscious body being carried with y'all, you see people coming out of their homes, their businesses, tears being shed at the destruction of their city. As you walk past the frosted bike, you see, while the fire's been put out at this point, most of the roof has been burned off and part of the wall has collapsed. You see Shaughnessy through the rubble with the 3 fishermen, a glass of whiskey in front of him, and head down as he sits at his bar. The city street's full once again, but not for reasons that are good. As you walk with Omar, you all end up at the Let 'em All Inn. For all the damage that was done, the Let 'em All Inn remains intact. Anything you may have left this morning, still in your rooms, as the fires slowly but surely are put out behind you and people are faced with the new reality of what this town must deal with. You walk into the inn and Annette and Tressa are there. Tressa says, Dear God, is she okay? Is she alive?
Yeah, she's alive.
We can take her.
Here, I'll toss my health potion over.
She grabs it and says, Thank you. Gives it to Zika. Zika, are you all right? Your aunt opens her eyes and says, Is Oz safe?
I go to her side and I have my hand in hers. I'm right here.
My boy. So good to see you.
It's good to see you. Not quite a scare.
Yeah. She's still being held. I think I need to, at the inn?
Yeah.
Annette, if you have a bed, I could. Of course, Zika. Of course, I can set you up in a bed. Well, hate to think about what tomorrow might bring, but I'm glad to see everybody here, at least. As Zika's hopped off, Omar takes her from you and carries her down the hall with Tressa and Nanette in tow, laying her in a room across from one of yours. And Omar comes back out and says, Oz, they'll take care of her. Those sisters are good at this.
Yeah. I know. I trust them.
It looks like most of the fires are out, but I'm going to go deal with my city. Thank you all. This is not what I thought it would come to, but... and he looks over and you see Patrick talking to Reynard, sitting at the bar, safe and sound. Things we'll deal with as time comes. I must go check on my city, but I've spoken to Nanette. All 4 of you have a room here tonight if you need. I don't know if Zika's home is intact, Oz, but please rest. You've done enough today. I would love to meet you all in the morning. We can meet at the keep and look at the damage, but today's not that day.
So we're all inside the inn right now.
You're all
right?
the inn.
I kind of take that information, not like a completely shocked beyond all mental cognitive functions. I go outside though and just kind of like blank stare into the ground, sitting on some rubble. And I pull out a cigarello and just smoke a little cigarello.
It is still the only second day of spring, so as you walk outside, the day has gotten away. Took a while to get up and get back, and so the sun is moving downward. There's people out assessing the damage and trying to figure out what will come next. What's everyone else doing in this moment?
Just walk out and put a hand on Bilbin's shoulder.
Thank you, Arthur.
Yeah.
I think Oz goes into the room that Zika is resting in and pulls up a chair in the corner and stays there.
Cool. She's sleeping.
Probably falls asleep in the chair.
Yeah, Saren, just go into my room. I have no greater desire than for this day to be over.
2 of you head off to lay down for the night. Is there anything else that Arthur or Bilbin you want to do? You're welcome to stay up for a little bit, but is there anything else either of you would like to do, or anyone else you'd like to talk to before the day winds down? And
I'm gonna do the one thing I know how to do well. I'll go back to the tavern and or I guess I was cooking in the inn, right?
Mhm.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna cook.
Patrick sees you walking in and says, "Friend, I'll join you in a minute. We'll cook some meals for the town. I've got plenty of supplies."
Seems like we might wanna go ahead and get something started. Everybody's gonna be hungry in the morning.
I appreciate your help. You're a good man.
You're a good man.
He joins in the kitchen and you guys cook before you eventually head off to bed.
Yep.
Bilbin, anything else you do before the day is done?
I think I just sit there and I'm just the symbolism of me smoking a cigarello with the ember of fire glowing and then hushing almost like a heartbeat. After just stopping more fire, Bilbin sits there and thinks about just the potency of wildfire and why he became a firefighter to begin with, and just kind of mutters to himself, saved a couple more people, Dad. Just a couple more. Couldn't save them all, though.
After that, you find your room like the others, and as everyone finally lays down to rest for the night, having spent the day with relative strangers, finding a place and people that aren't your own, I think you all feel tired, beaten down. It was tough. And as you all rise the next day, feeling a mixture of emotions, you find yourselves feeling different, changed, stronger. All your characters moved up to level 2 after that night's rest.
Well earned.
And as you all level up to level 2, that is where we will end episode 4 of No Bards Allowed.
Oh,
How's everyone doing?
I want to kill this fucking spoonbill motherfucker.
Yeah, that dude's a bad dude.
Suck,
He's a
Just a
God,
dick.
suck
He's
my
a-
cock.
he's got a shoe bill face. Any of y'all familiar with a shoe bill?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the
They look creepy as
They're-
fuck.
Don't they have like the craziest sound when they snap their bill?
I don't
I hate
know. I'm
this
not
guy.
sure.
You're talking
I
about
just,
the bird, right?
yeah.
I think it has one of the like
Mhm.
most like aggressive sounds that a bird can make is a shoe bill.
As I looked at making an Aarakocra, and I said to myself, let me take some time to make a real hateable guy. I felt like Shoebill was a good place to start.
Either shoebill or seagull. Either one.
Shoe bill, seagull.
I mean, that's future us's problem. Today we're dying from lifting shelves.
Lifting shelves.
No, we
My
got it.
knees popped real loud as I.
Hey, Zika
Shit.
lives.
That's fucking crazy.
Dude, I was worried that auntie or
Auntie. He called her grandma. Yeah, David called her grandma because he fucking doesn't know and he's a piece of shit.
Oh, and
Such a piece
I'm
of
just
shit.
looking to help. Grandma, auntie, whoever.
Dude, the fucking acid out of the frying pan was so
Crazy. Fucking sick.
And I love that that's where you found your innate place to like do magic is something that you're more comfortable in, which is cooking.
Yeah, not just straight from your hands, but like through like an instrument
Through
that
the
you know
median.
very well.
Yes.
Like that's awesome.
That was a spell that I was like looking through the sorcerer spell list, and I was like, this is one that I've never seen anyone take before. It is not the best, but it's just so perfectly typed
Hell yeah.
to what he's doing, and I was very excited to cast that one.
You
That was
burned
cool.
that guy to death. Bilbo
That was
cut
crazy.
that woman's head off with a
Fucking-
golf swing.
She did say that she wasn't going to stop until she got beheaded, so
Yeah.
sure
Yeah.
she did indeed foretell her future.
Yeah. Grandma got a good hit in there, too. I was
Dude,
surprised.
3 points of damage with a purse, Grandma?
She had
Come
a pl-
on,
she had a
girl.
plus. She was a pretty firm grandma. She had a +0
Clearly.
to strength, which
She's
means
an
she didn't have a
Italian
negative.
grandma.
Sure.
She spends her days pressing tomatoes, making fucking
See these
quartz
arms?
and
These are
quartz.
cannon arms.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, I put the gang through hell today. Follow us on socials, Instagram, TikTok, all the things. We'll have a Patreon eventually. If not, by the time you listen to this at some point, find us there. We'll have cool content. Anyone else have anything before we wrap up for the day?
I gotta piss.
That's it. We're
Cutting that.
yep.
Oh.
I'm gonna go just with no.
Cool.
Solid.
Thank
Simply.
you all for listening. We will see you next time on No Birds Allowed. Thanks, y'all.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye, all stars.